What is going on, guys? Today with Wan Biassaka, we are having a look at his gold card. Obviously no informs as of yet, and I thought we haven't really had too many contents or too much content, to be honest, in general for the past 2 days since the icon SBCs have been released. We did get Bellerin, who I am working towards, so we will do him as soon as I get him. Unfortunately it will be a little bit later with him. Milestones I'm not a massive fan of. Personally, I just don't think they're worth the review. Maybe they're good for icon swaps and to talk about, but I think as a review purpose, who's going to be using a milestone king in foot champs or anything like that? So I'm not going to rush to do them, and they are there forever, so maybe we do a kind of roundup of them, but I'm not really looking at them. So we are looking at a couple of gold cards today. We are going to continue with just doing golden icons as we go through the week, and hopefully by team of the week we get another set, so we get a lot more players to go on ahead, and we will try and get as many done as possible. So with Wan Biassaka, he is an 83 right back, and I think he's in the mixed. I don't think he's like the best right back in the world, but for 4-5k, I think he's worth a shout, to be honest. I've used him in foot champs for the past 5 to 6 weeks and had not really any issues with him. He's a very cheap beast in terms of a player that you can get and can link quite well. We've got a Gomez, who obviously is absolutely insane. We then also have someone like Bruno, someone like Martial in a cam, or a Fred that can link him and give him that 10 without any troubles whatsoever. So for me, I think Wan Biassaka is a decent card. Yes, I think in comparison, Walker would be the best right back. We'll be doing him as well, kind of trying to get a path to everybody and try and really see who's the best, who's kind of most efficient for coins, and who isn't bad picking up price at certain points. So Wan Biassaka is a 4-star skiller with the 2-star weak foot, which is a little bit annoying. Obviously the skill moves I think it's good and it's a nice little positive, but I think the weak foot is more important for this card. Right footed, 6 foot, high attacking work rate with a medium defensive. He is body type NA, so I don't know, probably, what would I say? I wouldn't say he's stocky, but I wouldn't say he's lean. He's kind of like in the middle. He's an average but lean, like lean to average, somewhere around about there. And in terms of stats, pace wise 86, not bad at all. We've got no real shooting. Passing is probably about average, I'd say. I wouldn't really even call it above average by too much. Dribbling, again, some nice stats, some low stats. Defending's decent. I think that's a really nice stat for him. And then physical is about half and half. People are using either an anchor or a shadow chemistry style on him. Anchor turns him into an 85 right back, and a shadow turns him into an 87, but you get no more strength or aggression or any jumping on him. I personally think anchor would be the best way to go with him. If you was to put a shadow, you get 96 pace, 89 defending. If you to put an anchor, you get 91 pace, 88 defending, and 80 physical. So I think that extra little bit of strength as well as the defense is a nice little balance. I personally think that would be the better chem style, but again, it's completely up to you. We'll look in the overall review for him, see what he's all about with that, and yeah, just see what's going on. But in terms of Wan Biassaka's game style and how he plays and all of that good stuff, he's very quick. I think he is a quick player, especially with the anchor. He's got 91, not bad at all there. Is he necessarily the OP'est, if that's even a word, right back in the game? Probably not. I think Walker's definitely up there. Semedo's another cracking one that you can use. Again, Semedo has that link with Bruno, and that obviously is a strong link that you can use. At the minute, I'm using Wan Biassaka because he is the strong link to Bruno or Martial, but I think I will probably go with a Semedo at some point. Maybe even then change to Walker, but when I want to get Walker, I want to get that kind of Joe Gomez link, and then I can have Courtois, Walker, Gomez, and then Varane and Mendy. So it's pretty much the standard backline, and if you've played foot champs or played much of high level rivals, you'll know that that is the backline of dreams. Everybody's using it. Maybe you throw in a Virgil, maybe you throw in some sort of icon, but that predominantly is the backline of everybody. So I think Wan Biassaka is cheap and is nice. I bought him personally when he was about 15k way back at the start, so I have overpaid, but he is a Man U player, and hopefully we can see an inform, because he isn't far off being able to become a real kind of contestant of the game. Walker obviously has that mixed position of an inform and a centre back. Maybe he gets an inform as a right back, but predominantly he is a centre back at the moment, so he kind of opens the space up for Wan Biassaka if he was to get a few informs, which I don't think we've really got in the past few years. We've managed to get one team of the season in FIFA 19 that I will show you, and then we got 2 informs last year, one to watch there, and a team of the season at the end of it. So Can we see more? Hopefully we do. So if we do go in the overall for him then, 5.5 on the Xbox, 4.6 on the PlayStation, relatively cheap. And if we were to look at the stats straight off the bat, we're looking at a Shadow, which obviously gets him up to 87 as a right back. You could also go 86 right wing back, don't really fancy that, but it's a good pace increase, nice defending, but I think definitely Anchor gets just -1 defending, still gets the 91, and then gets this up a little bit as well. It's not the most appealing stats in the world, but I think it will definitely do. And in terms of if I compare him to the likes of Walker and Semedo, because I personally think they are better, but just so you can see for yourself, and we've put in Ericsson, he is not a very good right back. But if we do put Semedo in, I've personally got his one to watch and tradable, which is nice. But if we look pace wise across board, Semedo, Walker better. Defending, Wan Biassaka is actually the best, which is nice. Physical side of it, again, worse. Passing, we've got 68, 76, 69, so again, the worst. Dribbling is second, and then we don't really care about, we don't really care about shooting, to be honest. So in terms of what you want, it's mainly the pace that you can definitely see a big increase. And if we do go to someone like Walker, and we look at maybe going for, I'd probably go with a Sentinel actually. Is that what everyone else is going? I think people are going for more of an Anchor, if anything, which does get to the 97 pace, which does give him an 87 right back. Again, it's not necessarily the most appealing either. I'd say Walker is the best, 66. We will have a quick look at Semedo as well, just because I want to see what he's all about with an Anchor on, because I can imagine, yeah, I'm right, everyone's going with the Anchor as well. 97 pace, 84, 83, turn him into an 85 right back, but he does have a little bit more on the dribbling side of it. Passing wise is poor across the board. I think all of them are not the greatest in terms of that, and I think that's the big thing that I'm kind of seeing is there's not really a huge amount of kind of big right backs in the kind of game already. Pereira's not a little bad one right there, but I think again not as great. And we do have a Bellerin that we are working towards, which I think with an Anchor as well, we are looking pretty up there, 89 rated. I think that could be the move, and doing him would be a nice little kind of transition away from all of these right backs. But if we do go, let's go down to the players and have a look at every single right back in the game, bar from obviously the icons, because they're just the guaranteed. We haven't really got a huge amount of choice. Walker's probably up there. Trent I like, but I don't think he's the best. Then you've got obviously the new Bellerin is a quality card. We're looking at Semedo, Mukiele, who's a nice card. I don't think Cuadrado's worth the 200k. I personally just wouldn't go for that. Cancelo, again, not a bad option, but again, not really the move. And Semedo is a nice card, and especially if he does get an upgrade, we are looking at a really good kind of like bank there, right there, just because we've got him untradeable already. But overall wise, I've given him a 7.5 out of 10. I think he's a nice cheap player. If you are looking for an English right back, then obviously he is your man for the cheap value. If you are looking for the best English right back, I'd be looking at Walker personally, and then Semedo as a close second. And if you are looking for the very best, I would be going with Bellerin. I think definitely grind that out, and right back is absolutely sorted for the next couple of weeks. But hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. We are coming back with a gold Son next, so stay tuned for all of that. Let's see you all for the next one. Peace.